Okay, so we are about to get into the top setups for this week, but before we do that, if you seen my previous video last week, which is another top setups, then you would know that I called NZDCHF, and this was absolutely a beautiful trade. This was a 1-6. I mean, it was just perfect. Pretty much no drawdown, and for the whole week, it just tanked. We can look at the entry. Now, I didn't get into this trade, and the reason for that is because when the market opened up on Sunday, I saw this big gap. Now, for some reason, OANDA is giving gaps now, which is sort of confusing me because I didn't see anything as to an entry signal. Even though I went to the 30 and I saw that price was bearish, this could have been the pullback right here and then engulfing candle. But when you pull it up on the candlestick chart, nothing pops up, so I was a little confused. Now, I did go to another broker to see what it was looking like as well, and in this broker, I was looking at the daily. I was redoing my whole analysis, and where's it at? Hold on, I lost it. Okay, here it is. And when I was looking at it, so let's say the analysis would have been here. When I was looking at it, this daily candle had no wick. So when I saw it, it had no wick, but it was pushing down. I was thinking, you know what, price could just be pushing down to then push back up, create a wick, and then push down. But as we see, it never did that. Price, and you see on the other ones, it usually does. There is usually a top wick and a bottom wick, as you see here. So it's rare that there's no top wick and bottom wick. So that's another reason why I didn't hop in it. I was waiting for it to come back up, create a top wick, and then come back down. But as we can see, that never happened. And on one chart, it's showing another. Oh, actually, let me go back, because on, I think this one was Forex.com. The second chart that I looked at was Forex.com. If you go down to the 30, then you see there's this huge engulfing candle that I was missing on the OANDA chart. So it was a little conflicting. One didn't have this engulfing candle, which would have let me know, hey, you know what I'm saying, this is the candle to get in. Could have got in on this retest or on this retest and then taken it down. But on this one, again, there was no daily wick. But on the original OANDA broker chart for NZDCHF on the daily, of course, there was a wick. So it's like, because it's this candle right here, and you see top wick. So it was confusing and aggravating because this, again, 1-6.8, beautiful trade, even more, 1-7.25. So I mean, this would have been a great trade, 100-something pips, 131 pips, but it is what it is. So let's just get right into the setups for this week, because we do have one that I believe is going to go crazy, and it's one that I also called last week, but I said I don't think it would have been ready last week, but this week it's ready. But let's start off with NZDCHF, still see if there's anything here for us. I do see maybe a level right here. Now that price is broken under. Maybe something in this area. Now that price has broken under it, let me get rid of this. I could be looking for this little pullback for price to continue down and potentially hit 0.52559, which would be around 93. Well, not even. We'll just call it 95 pips. Oh, shit. We'll just call it 95 pips. Price is still bearish on the daily, the weekly, is now bearish because the weekly was bullish last week, but since the body closed under here, the weekly was bearish, and we have this level of structure that price could be looking to retest real quick, boom, and then take it to the downside. So that's a good one. I just noticed that right now. I look over it like maybe Thursday or Friday before I drop the video, just so I know which ones to actually go for. But this one I just looked at now, and this is not a bad one. And if it doesn't, I mean, there's multiple touches, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in this area if you want to count it. But also play it by ear, because this spot over here could also, you know what I'm saying, give us something. So that's one. GBP JPY, I was just looking at that because Alex was, but I don't really see anything for me. Let me get rid of that. GBPCAD, like I said, I did go over some of these over the weekend, so I'm probably not going to go over all of these because I know which ones I'm really looking for, and a lot of them are the same ones that I was looking for last week. So GBPCAD, same thing we're looking for. Weekly's bullish, daily's bullish. All we're looking for is a pullback into this level to take it on up. Why do we choose that level? Because it is a previous level of support and resistance. Excuse me. As you can see, multiple touches all throughout here, all throughout here. Price is above it, so all we're looking for it to do is to come back into that level, give us an entry signal, and take it up. So GBPCAD, that's what we're looking for this upcoming week. Again, potentially it could give us that pullback and give us an entry signal in the area of interest. AUDUSD, this is probably my top pair for the week. Reason being is, you see, we are at actually, before we do that, let's just go through everything. So the weekly is bullish. How we know the weekly is bullish? Because it did all this. Once it body closed above here, it went bullish, made a higher low, then a new higher high. Perfect. Weekly's bullish. Daily is bullish as well. You can easily tell the daily's bullish because this is a higher high, higher lows down here. And now we have our area of interest that we already have marked up. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Heavy level of support and resistance, 7. And price is already in our area of interest as the week starts. Now this is it could have the same or the entry signal could present itself just how NZDCHF did last week on Sunday when the market opens. Let me see where we're at on the 15. Yes, he already had my alert here. So if we get something like this, since this was the lower low, this was the lower high, so if we get something like this, let's just act like we're following market structure, get something like this, and then it breaks above, body closes above, making us bullish on the 15, giving us a pullback to the zone with a bullish engulfing candle, then I will take the buys. This is only 9 pips, so I would put it under structure. So I'll probably do like a 20 pip stop loss. 20 pip stop loss, and then I'm looking to take it right where y'all saw that other line was. To be honest, I'm looking to take it back up here, which is 96 pips. Now I know I had these big take profits, but you got to think again, we're identifying structure on the daily and weekly analysis. So it did all this within a week. I'm sure it can have another push back up and really hit this area up here, which I did look to the left, and we see here multiple areas of support and resistance, resistance. We got one right here, another one right here, another one right here, right here, and it's just a strong area that price has reacted to before in the past. So that's what I'm going to be targeting. Now we do have, I'll talk about news after we get through the setups. But like I said, this is going to be probably my number one setup that I'm looking to take. Again, if we get a break above here, pull back, engulfing, hop in that. But be smart with your risk, because the market can do whatever it wants. Okay, next one. Euro USD. I don't think I saw anything for me. I actually did take a trade last week. I'm probably going to break it down in another video, because I do have some news on one of my prop firm accounts that I want to share with you guys. And you know what I'm saying, just enlighten y'all and make sure you, if y'all are buying prop firms, that y'all are, you know, aware of everything, or using this specific prop firm, y'all are aware of everything, and y'all don't get screwed over like I did. But I took an entry on Euro USD, and I lost. But I lost initially because of news, but then price ended up shooting up. But we'll talk about that later. For this week, I don't really see anything. Maybe, let me see what the 4 hours at. 4 hours bearish. Maybe a pullback into this level. Maybe a pullback into this level for them price to continue up. But honestly, like I said, I'm mainly looking at AUDUSD. So that's going to be probably my main focus for this week. But all these are good to have just in your back pocket. Okay, EURGBP. Really the same thing. Pull back into this level. And looking to take it on up to this level of support and resistance. AUDCHF. I don't think there's anything for me. Had a big move to the downside. Excuse me. Weekly's bullish. Daily's bearish. 4 hour is bearish. So if anything, we could see something like this to then continue down here. Not my favorite, but at the same time, you know, it is possible. So mark that down and just keep an eye on it. Let me set an alert. Set an alert here, and then we'll monitor it as the week goes. USD-CAD, nothing for me. Yeah, nothing for me. GBPUSD. I don't really like it just because the daily is bearish. Let me see, is that a red candle? Yeah, daily's bearish. What is this, NZDUSD? Okay. Okay, NZDUSD is bearish on the weekly, bearish on the daily. I would actually put this up, something like that. Okay, I like this one. I'm not gonna hold you. Weekly on the bearish on the weekly, bearish on the daily. We're under level structure. I can see a beautiful pullback into this level, and then it dropping down. Let me see to where. Maybe this area. Somewhere in this area. Maybe down here. Excuse me. But if that's the case, I think that's a pretty good drop. Let's measure. I mean, 80 pips, even lower. It could go lower. So no, I like this one. NZDCHF, or excuse me, USD to the downside for this week. I like that. All right, GBPCAD. Actually, let me get rid of this. Okay. GBPCAD. I was looking at this one earlier. I don't think I'm a fan. Real simple, guys. Like, if you don't do this every week, I suggest getting into the habit of doing it. It's just going to make your trading easier. You don't have to fumble and see which one you want to look at when a potential trade is setting up. You just do all this beforehand. Stick to what you have marked up. Stick to what you marked up, and just try to be confident in what you're taking, because that's gonna take you a long way. Confidence will take you a long way. Okay, I like Euro GBP to the downside because the weekly is bearish, daily is bearish. We are in this area of interest. So if I get, again, this isn't my top pair, but it's definitely what I'm going to be looking at. If I get price to break below, come back, give me an engulfing candle, then we can take that to the downside. So we can put that up there. And I'm pretty sure the rest I am not a fan of. Okay, so we have our setups marked up. We have what, 7? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, we have 7 setups. A lot of good ones. Again, AUDUSD is probably going to be my top one that I'm looking at, especially today. And then you have other great ones that just need to get back into the zone. I definitely like NZDUSD. I definitely like that. That looks good. And yeah, so y'all go ahead and mark that down if you want. I mean, or just pay attention to it. Like I said, NZDCHF went crazy last week. I'm expecting some pairs to go crazy this week, and I'm telling you, I will not miss that entry, especially on these big ones. But let me tell you what I also tried to notice, or what I'm trying to implement. So I try to look at the news also beforehand, because I feel like a lot of times when I trade a pair and news comes out, the news ends up like it did with EURGBP, taking me out, which I can't stand that. So last week NZDCHF had no news, so that's a pair I should have highlighted, and I should have made sure that, you know, this is what I'm trying to get into, because there's no news affecting it. It's just going to follow market structure, and I have a more likelihood, more probability to win the trade. So that's something that I've been trying to pay attention to and that I would recommend, because you see we have a whole bunch of red folder news coming out. Now, this does apply to a lot of the pairs that excuse me, I'm looking for, AUDUSD, NZDUSD. But if AUDUSD gives me an entry signal today, then I'll feel fine, because I know that price structure will carry it a little. Normal price structure will carry it a little before the news even impacts it. So I should be in profit before the news impacts it, so I won't take an immediate loss, because I hate doing that. But that's just something that I'm gonna try to implement, and like I said, highlight the ones that don't have any news coming out for the week. It's hard because there's news comes out so much every week, but there's times where there's no news for certain pairs. So that would be good to add to the repertoire, and just be mindful of that. But yeah, so that's the setup for this week. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope these videos are helping you make money. Again, I'm not saying you got to take them. I'm just showing you what I'm looking at and what I'm taking, and showing proof in the pudding that NZDCHF dropped to hell. So y'all do what y'all want to do with that information. I don't win every trade, but I don't lose every trade. And I'm actually, you know what I'm saying, I'm decent. I feel like I'm pretty decent at trading. Again, there's going to be another video coming out this week, probably before Friday, just explaining what's going on with this certain prop firm, or what happened with a certain prop firm. And it's just going to be, you know, helpful to you guys, so that you guys are mindful about these prop firms that y'all are picking. And because I want y'all to have the best success, just like I'm trying to have the best success. And I know y'all are watching my videos, and I'm open and being honest with y'all about what's going on in my prop firm industry, or in the prop firm space, and my prop firm accounts. So be on the lookout for that. If you're not following my Instagram, go ahead and check it out. It's at EJ Harden. Link will be in the description, and I look forward to trading with y'all this week. I'm out.